Hello everyone and welcome to Power Rangers Stories. Here I bring you the untold and what could have been stories. So sit back, relax and get ready to listen to some more phenomenal adventures. Also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to get notifications on the latest videos. And may the power protect you. Izuku Yagi, the Green Ranger. Chapter 30, Training for the Training Camp. Izuku and his classmates stood outside the training grounds, where most of their teachers were there waiting for them. Alright, listen up students. For this training, you'll be split into teams of 2. Each team will go up against one of us, said Nizu, referring to himself and the other teachers. Seriously, said Kaminari. There's no way we'll be able to beat them, said Mina. Guys, we all gotta do what's necessary to be heroes. This'll just be to make ourselves stronger, said Izuku. Thank you, Oliver. Now here's who's gonna be against who. Kaminari and Ishido will be up against me. Uraraka and Aoyama will be up against 13, Jiro and Koda will be up against Present Mike. Shoji and Toru will be up against Snipe, Hammond and Zero will be up against Midnight. Ida and Ojiro will be up against Power Loader, Kirishima and Sato will be up against Cementos. Ajui and Tokoyami will be up against Ectoplasm, Yayaruzu and Collins will be up against Eraserhead. Shinso and Quan Cranston will be up against one of our new teachers, and the Oliver brothers will be up against our other new teacher, said Nizu. Who are the new teachers? Asked Izuku. We are, said 2 familiar voices. The students turned to see Tommy and Kimberly standing there. Mom. Dad, said Izuku and James. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Tommy Oliver, and this is my wife, Kimberly Oliver. We're gonna be taking All Mights and Green Magnets places as teachers here at UA, said Tommy. Yes. Sick. We get Power Ranger teachers, said Kirishima. That's right. I may have passed on the Green Ranger powers to Izuku, and the White Ranger powers to James, but I still have the ability to transform into the Red Zeo Ranger, the Red Turbo Ranger, and the Black Dino Thunder Ranger, said Tommy. And I may have passed on the Pink Ranger powers onto someone else, but I still have the ability to turn into the Pink Ninjetti Ranger, said Kimberly. Alright, here are the rules. To win the challenge, you have to either get these pair of handcuffs on your opponents, said Nizu as he held up a pair of high-tech handcuffs. Or try to escape the area through the exit, said Nizu. Afterwards, they went to the observation room to watch the students go against the teachers. Ochako and Aoyama were able to beat 13, thanks to Ochako's training she received from both Gunhead and Kimberly. Kylie and Zero were able to defeat Midnight, thanks to the training Kylie had from the other Space Rangers. Ben and Momo were able to capture Aizawa, thanks to the training Ben's had from both Time Force and the Silver Guardians. Sasha and Shinso were able to capture Kimberly, thanks to the training they both had. And the rest of the matches were the same as in the show. Finally, it was Izuku and James against Tommy. They both morphed and entered the fake city, ready to take on their father. They looked around but didn't see him anywhere. Suddenly, the ground started shaking. They turned to see the Brachiozord heading towards them. They looked up and saw Tommy standing on top as the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. He then leapt down in front of them. You ready, boys? Tommy said as he pulled out the Brachio staff. Yes, said Izuku and James as they pulled out their weapons. Tommy charged at his sons and swung the Brachio staff at them, but they both moved out of the way at the last second. Tommy then swung his staff down on James, but James blocked it with Saba. Izuku then grabbed Tommy and threw him into a wall. They both were about to punch him at the same time, but then Tommy ducked underneath their fists and delivered uppercuts to both their chins. James then grabbed Tommy and threw him into the ground, but then Tommy jumped on top of the Brachiozord. Izuku then summoned the Dragon Zord, and James summoned the Tiger Zord. Izuku jumped on top of the Dragon Zord, and James got inside the Tiger Zord. The 2 small Zords then went up against the massive Zord. The Dragon Zord climbed up the neck of the Brachiozord and up to the head, while the Tiger Zord tried to hold the Brachiozord in place. Izuku then jumped up from the head of the Dragon Zord to the head of the Brachiozord, where Tommy was. The two then dueled again. Izuku swung the dragon dagger at Tommy, but Tommy blocked it with the Brachio staff. Izuku then took this opportunity to handcuff Tommy with his other hand. The alarms then went off, signaling that it was over. "You did it, Izuku and James. I'm proud of you both," said Tommy. After that they went back to the dorms. That's it for chapter 30 of Izuku Yagi, the Green Ranger. I'll be having a lot more of this series out soon, continuing the Izuku Yagi story. Remember, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the bell and check the description for more information. As always, may the power protect you and see you for the next adventure.